Graves Motorsports wheel spacer kit for the 2023 Kawasaki ZX-4RR. So I'd like to show you what's special about our wheel spacer and really what a wheel spacer does, what a captive wheel spacer is designed to do on your motorcycle. So this is the front axle out of a 23 ZX-4RR. This gets torqued to 98 Newton meters. And all the load from that axle goes into the side of that wheel spacer and through this very thin piece of aluminum, and it's transferred to this wheel bearing, to this thin edge on the inside of this wheel bearing. And then it's transferred into this spacer and all the way to the other side to the next wheel bearing and the next wheel spacer. So between those two wheel spacers, you just have this small piece of aluminum material where all the load is. And when you're going 140 miles an hour and you've got the twist and the flex, you better make sure that that wheel spacer is made out of the proper material. That's why we always make our wheel spacers out of 70-75. The other thing we do with our wheel spacers is we dish out the back to reduce the weight. Have a nice lip that captures itself just behind the seal. And the way we design this, we design it so that it's just about the diameter of the seal. This way, we could go with a much smaller piece of material, but if you do that, when you hit the fork on the way in, you could easily kick the spacer out. What we've done is we make sure that our spacers are the diameter of the seal itself, and we have just enough space so that the seal does not load on the face of this and cause friction, but just tight enough so that if it does hit the fork, it can only move, but it can't get knocked out. So my guys are always asking me, well, can't we reduce the cost and just make this wheel spacer out of 60-61 instead of 70-75? Cost of 70-75 is $7.50 a pound, and 60-61 is $3.25. No, we can't. We're going to make it out of the right material. It's going to cost a little bit more for us to do it, and the consumers that know will be willing to pay the extra amount of money for our wheel spacers. That's what I tell the guys.